Here's a look at your daily market report on this Friday, the 10th day of January. The first full business week of the year has been kind of tough around the state this week. Typically the largest volume week of the year, but that sure hasn't been the case this week as sale barns have fought with winter weather in all sorts of forms. Another 2 to 6 inches of snow fell across much of the southern half of the state last night, and that sure made it difficult to transport any livestock around the state. Yesterday, Mid-Missouri stockyards, they ended up with just 161 head. Green City Livestock Market, they managed to get 423 head in. And then New Cambria Livestock Market yesterday, they managed to get 735 head in. Compared to the previous week, the steers and heifers there $5 to $15 higher. Heifers were firm to $3 higher. The steers, medium and large ones, some 5 to 6 weights at $330 to $362, 6-7 weights at $302 to $332.50, some 7 to 8 weights at $261.75 to $286. Feeder heifers, medium and large ones, 5 to 6 weights at $297 to $330, 6 to 7 weights at $264.5 to $284.50, a few 7 to 8 weights at $259 to $269. Today on Friday, Eastern Missouri Commission Company, they're having their auction. And then Kingsville Livestock Market, they delayed their auction on Tuesday until today. That sale's just getting started. They had pre-listings of 3,200 head listed. We'll see if the weather prevents any of those from showing up or not, but they did have a lot of cattle in the barn and should have a tremendous sale today. Markets around the nation where they've been able to have sales this week extremely stronger, and there sure is a lot of guys that hopes the weather will break so they can get out and take advantage of this market next week. Taking a look at the box beef cutout values this morning, choice up another $2.34 at $333.12. Select up $5.22 at $313.57. That's narrowed the choice select spread down now under $20, $19.55. And it's been quite a while since we've seen that spread that narrow. Volume this morning, 68 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. Taking a look at the negotiated feedlot trade around the feeding regions this week. As of Friday morning, 55,000 head reported. In Texas, they reported about 1,400 head, all live sales at $200. Kansas reported 6,500 head. Live sales range from $196 to $202, mostly at $200 even. A small handful of dress sales at $320. Nebraska reported 14,000 head, $200 to $205 on the live side, $320 on the dress side. In Iowa, they've reported 22,000 head, from $200 to $205 on the live side. Dress sales have been $315 up to $326 on the top. Most all of those sales have been right around that $320 mark. That market on fed cattle much higher this week as well, and that's going to set all-time new records once again for both live and dress sales. Futures markets this morning, live cattle, February up 75, 198.35. April up 50, 198.77. January feeder cattle up 267, 271.90. March up 7, 268.37. Lean hogs for February 47 higher, 82.25. April 88.55, up $1.20. Taking a look at the grains this morning on the Board of Trade. March corn up 13.5, 469.5. May up 479.5, up 15. January beans up 26.25, 1018.5. March at 1023, up 24 cents. Wheat contracts, March up 5.5, 539.5. May at 551.25, up 5.25. Soybean meal for January up $1.20 a ton, $2.93 even. Soybean oil for January up $2.11 a hundredweight at $44.39. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's your daily market report for Friday. We'll touch base back with you again this afternoon with a recap of all that's happened this week.